Guys, KPLC have done the thing.
Done the
But
thing.
you know what? The conversation will still go on. Hata tukiwa kwa giza. We've tried to light the set in as much as we can.
Mood light.
Tuko sana ka mood light, ka candle light dinner. So anyway, Rob was talking about finances and how they handle finances. So before I lose your thought process, your train of thought, wacha to go back to him.
Nilikuwa nasema, like I think for me actually, like I love seeing money in the bank. And so like I track everything that we spend. Like siku ikiisha nakujanga za show. Ulitumia how much? Ulitoka hapa na 2Gs. Ulitumia how much? Umerudisha hiyo do yenye ilibaki, hiyo change and stuff like that. So I'm that police. But it's good, like it's good for us because it's enabled us, like especially with the nature of our work, gig economy. Manze, you can go months without getting proper gigs.
That's true.
And if you haven't planned your finances well, manze, it can be tough. It can really be tough. So that's why I think for me I've really been keen on that. And then I think kwa kila relationship kuna huo msee mwenye ako hivyo. You'll find there's the one who is like filanga free kiasi nini, I like nice things, I like, you know. And then the other person who is more like, hey, let me do this. And nobody is wrong or right. Hakuna mwenye ati huyu ana spending vibaya nini, you know. Because even me, let me tell you, leo ukanige 100k tuseme, manze naweza itumia pia vibaya. Not that atindaitumia, like, but there are certain things like tukiingia tu kwa super, I'll be like, I don't need this but let me take it. You know, because also at the same time I'm not living in fear. I'm not living in fear. So I feel like those traits, they're complementary. Complementary because inasaidianga Washo, especially now when she needs her things. And then also on that point, her money is her money. I think the reason, like, for us, our money is ours, is because, like, even when Washo needs to do her things, like hizo mani pedi, kudu nywele, kubuy makeup and things like that, it's included in the family budget. And it makes everything easier. Because I understand that as a woman, she needs to do her own things with her own money and be free. So we have a budget that we work with that enables her to be able to do her things, me to be able to do my things. And at least with that, we've catered for the bills, the kids, and ourselves. So finances can be tricky. And even sometimes we go through very difficult seasons. Like really hard seasons. Ile yenye, manze babe, do we need to leave the house? We don't need to. We don't need to. So tukae tu, so that we don't like just spend anything. Unajua kutoka kuna hiyo mimi ya ukitoka tu kwa nyumba hivi kapesa kametoka.
It's so true, man. You get out of the house, you need to
ujoyo ni 2Gs zishaenda, sijui ana 3Gs.
Unless you are a child, it's just tough. Speaking of children, you guys haven't told us about your parenting journey together.
So we have 2 kids, a wonderful boy and a wonderful girl. I think even us getting into marriage with like, we, by the end of our first year, by the way, we kind of knew that we had wanted kids, you know, like, not that we had already talked about kids and everything, but we knew, like, there's, like, sometime next year after our first year, we can now start thinking about kids. So even the journey to conceiving and everything, it was easy. Like I think my first pregnancy wasn't challenging. I think now the after was now like the challenging bit. Like when you're out of the hospital, you're trying to figure out, okay, I have to breastfeed this child, I have to take care of this child, I have to wake up at night, I have to be up at 3 a.m. and things like that. And I think that's where most of our misunderstandings came from, from parenting. It's because I think I had nilikuwa na expectations zangu, na expect Rob anisaidie, na expect Rob afikirie that na need help kwa hii kitu. Like let's say niko na mtoi, na expect that Rob atarealize maybe Wacu amechoka, acha nimsaidie. Like kuna hizo like expectations hapo ndio, like I think parenting is the one place that has really, it's really stretched us as in meant to stretch in so many ways. Personally, like as a person, as both me as a mom, as both him as a dad, and also as a couple, like kuna hizo to like what parenting has done for us. Like it's caused us to, like there are times whereby we've had like fights at 3 a.m. like when nyonyesha mtoi halali but mimi nataka usaidizi but sitaki pia usaidizi. I tell myself that I can do this by myself. I don't need you and things like that. So I think that's what parenting has taught us. But we've had to, I think like what I can say about parenting is that it's like a daily thing. Like we've had to, like kwanza sahi tumefika hiyo age ya kudiscuss how we disciplining our kids. Rob has his own way of discipline. Me, I have my own way of discipline. Like tunachapaje watu, like tunawa correctaje, because kuna times Rob, because of like he's had a bad day, he'll react in a certain way, and same for me. So will I extend grace ama nita point out shida? And then now for us, the fact that we had back-to-back children, that was tough. For me, like I think by second pregnancy, I did not enjoy it. I used to cry every single day because I'm like, God, I didn't see, atukua prepared for the second baby. Like we were not prepared. Nilikuwa nashinda sasa nitahakaje kwa mom of two, tutahakaje hizo vitu zote. So I didn't enjoy it at all. But right now, like we found a way. Okay, we're still trying to find a way to handle the kids, but I think so far so good. Like so far so good. We've learned how to communicate expectations, by the way, because I think that's the one place that like it causes a lot of strain in marriages, especially like ukikuwa na watoi. Like as in we've had to learn how to communicate our expectations. And even right now, I realize like most of because before we got our second born, like most of our disagreements used to be parenting based. Like you're not helping me with the kids. But now I think we found a way of just communicating that to each other. But I think our squabbles or things like that are more like about us. They're not about like the kids and things like that. I can say that.
I think for me, what stands out is what like the kids like brought a lot of even misdirection to our marriage. Like saa zingine tumespend so much time na watu hii hadi nimeweza kukuuliza tu how are you azini uko aje, like, unafilaje nini, how was your day and things like that. And so it's made our marriage have to be intentional. Like lazima tuko very intentional about each other in terms of even just finding out how we are and talking and being together, because manze you can find mnaongea tu juu ya diapers na sijui play school and sijui void manze
I need
Yeah.
to buy diapers.
And so so si kuanga na hizo ma discussions a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, tunafanya
And so-
nini sijui ya watu hii.
Yeah.
Like I was telling, I was when we said we took our kids to their grandparents.
Yeah.
The first time this holiday, and tuli realize manze
hatujaongea yani tulika down tukaongea
Yeah.
hadi tulikuwa tumeanza kuwatch kitu kwa TV tukazima
Zima.
juu tumepiga story yani
Yeah.
because we were just catching up
Yeah.
and we were like hey manze nimekumiss you know
And you see her daily.
hey
See each other
tunaonana
daily,
daily.
by the way.
Yeah.
like we work from home.
Yeah, we
we
both
both
work
work from
from
home
home.
so
Yeah.
like we're with each other every time.
Yeah.
Lakini
Yeah.
I'm just spend time na ni juu mna focus on kazi watoi nini,
yeah.
things, so many things but like now it's become very intentional. Like we have to be very intentional because our kids are like wanachukua a lot of your energy, a lot of your time. And then also there's something that Wacu mentioned that sometimes unajua you can have a bad day and you're taking it out on the kids. And so sometimes even when like when she notices me I'm like that, she'll come and take the kids anipatie time.
Yeah.
Aseme, hey, what's a robot chill,
Yeah.
relax.
And I'll be so upset doing
anini-
it, but I'll do it.
Anini hiyo
Yeah,
nini.
yeah.
And there are times like mi ndaishia nichukue nini kids from Wacu.
Yeah.
Sometimes I even force her because
Yeah.
Wacu can really want to stay with the kids. Ako like ati no I'll do it, I'll handle this.
Yeah.
Nini na niko like babe jipatie like that mental space.
Yeah.
Uweze ku relax, uweze ku chill.
Yeah.
Because when you take care of yourself, that's when you can take care of the kids. So it's beautiful to have like both parents, like those kids have both parents, because we can tag team, especially when the other parent is tired.
Yeah, that's true.
So hiyo imetusaidia sana sana, and we have to be very discerning of each other. Like nikinotice huyu amechoka, huyu ako na njaa, huyu ako, that's when you step in and just do it.
Yeah.
I've also realized that like having kids has affected the way I work. Manze watoi wanaweza come wanataka kukaa na mimi kwa lapi and things like that.
Yeah.
So such things tend to happen from time to time. And so we've really had to reorganize our time, like even in the way that we work. Like mi wamka mapema na do a number of things in the morning kabla watoi waamke and things like that. So what has also helped ni firstborn wetu ameanza chuo, play school. So that has been helpful because now yakiishia at least you can focus a bit.
Yeah.
But this second born amegrow haraka because manze she started walking in Feb and sasa hii she's running the house. She's the queen of the house. So hata yeye manze lazima aanze tu aishie tu chuo tu yani. Ende tu chuo yani ndio tupumue because she can also be, she's very commanding and demanding. Like when we say she's running the house, it's true. Like she's running the house.
Hey, okay.
Anatuambianga vitu za kudu. Yeah, so it's that balance is also like a tricky one, but I think I would say my work has not suffered.
Okay.
That's the funny thing. Like I always thought that manze watu wakini-interrupt hivi wakiendelea tu kuni-interrupt hivi, like I won't be able to meet my deadlines. My clients watanjamia nini, but there is no scenario where I have not met my deadlines.
That's interesting.
Which is weird. It's weird because I have more distraction because the kids are there, sijui nini. But imagine I still fulfill my duties. So it's unique. I don't know. It's a unique season, but personally me I love being a father. Napenda kuparent sana. Napenda like venye hawa watoi tu wananionyesha the simplicity of life. Life is just as in, you know, those guys don't think about kesho. They don't think about, they are very present. They don't think about their problems. They don't think about, they are living life. They are just experiencing whatever the world brings today. And even the way we are taking care of them is the same way God takes care of us. And so imenipatia so much faith. Like even right now we are going through a very difficult season as a family, but imenipatia so much faith nikiwaangalia because like they don't worry about anything. So imetuweka place yenye mbona tuna worry, wacha tu hii season ipite.
Nice.
Wacha tu season ipite. And let's enjoy this moment, because like I realized also, if you don't enjoy the moment that you have with your child at that stage, you'll miss it forever.
You won't have it again.
So like me, I'm enjoying this moment with them, like because my son will not be he's turning 3 soon, so naona as in he'll never be 2 years old again. Wacha ni enjoy.
That's true.
Dotangu hata haiko 1 day. So wacha tu ni enjoy hiyo.
Wow.
And see how it is. Ndio wakigrow hata kwa mawedo zao pia si tukimake speech. Unajua nakumbuka akiwa mdogo. Unajua you'll remember and treasure it.
And time flies. Nowadays time goes by so fast. You remember, you know, you can remember just the other day akiwa, you know, you were holding them in your hands akiwa newborn. Now they are running around the house and they're thinking, hey, the same person. So maybe now maybe just to ask, did you guys have like again an expectation versus reality kind of moment of married life? Like you expected marriage to be like this and this is the reality?
I think for me, maybe the expectation I had was that like I didn't think that like marriage would bring like tough seasons. I didn't think like marriage would bring you tough seasons, like tough emotional seasons, time, physical, psychological, financial. Like I didn't think that marriage is like that. I think that's the one thing I don't think I ever really thought about. And also I didn't expect how your spouse changes. Your spouse really changes when you get married. Like Robwa Yawan si Robwa Sai. And it's both like it's now up to you as the other spouse to accept that your spouse changes. Because that's something I remember there's a day we had like a couples meeting as couples in our church, and that's the one thing you were saying, like we don't expect that your spouse will change. And you have to also be able to adjust to that. Like you have to grow with that. Like what do you do when you're having tough seasons? Do you go your separate ways, or do you just decide, you know, we are gonna stick through it and things like that? I think that's what I didn't expect.
Wow.
I think for me, me expectation yangu, I think I expected that that it would be easy financially. Because tuko wawili. So zile struggles nilikuanga nazo nikiwa single, do I have a partner? We'll make it happen. Like it will propel us. And then also, you know, society also has this thing for manze, when you're married, people can trust you more. So they give you more business. Manze, saa zingine haikwagi hivyo. Saa zingine they don't give you business just because you're married. Like business comes also I'd say number 1 by grace, and then number 2 by your skill and prowess, and even by the people you know. Yeah. So it's been a learning curve. It's been a real learning curve, because nilikuwa na expect, yani because we're together, like hatuta suffer venye nilikuwa na teseka nikiwa single. But there are challenges that come when you're together. But also the beauty about it is your solutions are also when you're together. Like yani you're not going through it alone, which means you'll come out of it with even greater strength because you're together. Yeah.
Wow.
Ningekuwa solo, manze, I think I would have given up.
Yeah.
But now, manze, there are days like I feel like giving up. Afu mtoi wangu anakama, ananiangalia, ananichekesha. Afu na realize manze siwezi give up.
Yeah, but
I want to see more of this. So because I want to see more of this, I can't give up. Ama wife yangu tena kama ananishow kitu tu poa, anasema by the Robbie, no, the way I honor and respect you, uko like gas me up. Sema hiyo kitu tena. And that support is what helps you just navigate, even when you don't have anything to push you through, like especially in the business world. Sometimes for me hata ministry inaendanga vibaya kwanza. Ministry wanaweza kuangusha yani, but like when you have a support system, you get encouraged and you go back. Unarudi tu hapo na unaendelea. So I'd say that was my expectation, that things would be easier than they actually are. But also I love the grace. What I didn't expect was the grace. Hiyo grace yenye iko, it's so unique and so beautiful and so powerful. Like hata siwezi predict kesho itakuwaje, which is a good thing as well.
I remember for me when things got tough at the beginning, I used to ask God, but God, you said he that findeth a good wife, a wife obtains favor. Why is this favor?
It's not here.
It's not here. I can't see it. I'm not getting those many clients, these big deals. So
but
even
like that time me and my friends have this joke, I'm like, mi sikufukuzwa kwa mama yangu, nitarudi kwa mama yangu, but no, you can't,
why? But hey, it's life. So I think now you can tell us the most important lesson that you guys have learned in marriage, maybe briefly, because you're about to wind up. So maybe you can tell us the most important lesson that you have learned as individuals and maybe as a couple in your marriage.
I think for me, and we've said it again before, that I think the most important lesson I've learned, especially this season of my life, is that just work on yourself. Oh God, work on yourself. Like we were even talking about it this week, that there are a lot of people around us and that are going through marital problems and things like that. And me and Rob are of the fact that like whatever you're going through, it's solvable. It's not, if it's not solvable, but you have to come to the place where you take responsibility for your actions. And how do you take responsibility? But deciding, okay, I struggle with this. Okay, I'm going to do this about it. And I'm being open enough to tell my spouse that this is how I feel. But I'm open. I want to be open enough to tell you what I'm going through and what I think is true, and also being open to listening to the feedback that your spouse gives us. Like for me individually, I've learned to work on each other, on myself, and also I think that's also the same perspective. As a couple, what I've learned, again, I'm just repeating what you've said, that there's actually grace. Like marriage is beautiful. You know, when couples get to, there are certain years that are like checkpoints, like year 5, year 10, you know, like year 5 as kwanza is like a very big checkpoint for us. And even as we've talked about our relationship, like for me, I see the grace. I don't regret being married to Rob. Like every single day I love this man, every more and more each day. Even when he annoys me, upsets me, like there's grace for this thing called marriage. Yeah.
Wow, okay.
I think for me, I'd say be friends and don't complicate things.
Wow.
Because sometimes kuna day ingine tulikunga tuna fight, afu nikauliza Washo, wait, what are we fighting about? And we couldn't pinpoint what we were fighting about. And imagine tukaanza kucheka ikaisha hapo. Don't complicate things. Sometimes we complicate things because like now kuna hizo times zenye Washo wanted help but she wasn't saying that she needs help. And me, when I look at her, she seems like she's got it covered. So I can't read her mind. And by the guys, usiwahi fikiria spouse wako anasoma minds. Hizo ni movies. Those are in movies. Ati, he just thought about me and he did exactly what and also maybe that can happen, but it's very small instances where I discerned this and then I was able to give my spouse this, and then she was just like, this is exactly what I needed, you know. Those ones happen once in a while, but most of the time communicate. Just say, hey, by the way, manze babe, mi nimechoka, siwezi handle umtoi. Can you do this for me? And spouse wako atakusort. But if you never say it, it will never be done. Na utakuwa na resentment ina build. Siku moja una explode. Spouse wako anaenda umse nini? Mbona una explode? So stuff like that, they complicate things. Don't complicate things. Make it simple. Make life very simple. Like if I can make Washo's life easier today, let me do it. Because also my priority in our home is Washo first and then the kids second. And it's because our toi watagrow na wataishia. Like me right now, I'm not thinking about my mom. I think when I think about her, I'm like, hey, I love my mom. Acha nimpigie simu, uko aje mom? Sawa. Uko na story ya leo? Because my mom has stories. But I don't think about her. In my day-to-day stuff, I think about my wife.
That's true.
So even though watu wetu watakuwa watagrow na watatoka na waishie waanze life zao. Our job is to steward that. Hata God alikuwa na show these kids, they are mine, but I've entrusted them to you. So you are stewards. Parenthood is stewardship. It's not ownership. It's not ownership. It's stewardship. And so we're just stewarding them to become what they are going to be. But mi ndakana huyu for life. Hadi tuzeeke.
That's
you
true.
know, so if I have, this one is what I need to work on the most. Because if us we are good, even the kids will be good. Society will be good. Ministries zitakuwa poa. Job, business zitakuwa poa. So it's important for us to invest in each other and just be friends. Like by the way, ukonga tu mabest. We just have banter.
Udaku
ya marriage.
Udaku ya couples na wangatamu.
Hakuna kitu kama udaku ya couple.
Because I can't talk about it with anyone else. But with Washo,
kwanza zile zenye mambo na usiambie mtu. Hizo ndio tamu zaidi.
Rob. And then
How do you tell me not to tell my wife?
And then you know.
Hapo unajua mimi sasa hiyo sasa washaongea kwa simu, mimi niko hapo. Amesema hivyo.
You know, even my sisters know Rob is like that. So like wakinipe udaku, like najua Rob ako hapo. Ama Rob anasema nini?
Udaku ya couples. I remember at time my wife was on phone with someone, anamwambia no usiambie Dan. Sawa kwa loudspeaker. Unasikia udaku yote. Hakuna siri bana.
hakuna
People should know
siri.
this.
Hakuna siri.
If you're telling me, you're telling my wife.
Nani hivyo, it's simple.
Kwanza unaniambia ngoda kuna nyenye unaniambia na usiambie
Kwanza hiyo ndio ni
hiyo ndio nataka kufika home nimwambie. Hata sitoi viatu nikiwa kwa mlango nishamwambia. Guess what?
Hebu kaa chini kwanza.
So manze, quick one. What's Rob's most amazing trait? And the same for Rob, you'll answer the same, and most annoying trait for both of you.